Hello, in this short video I'll show you how you can use Enigma to make a very effective initial search for a recruitment, by scanning a large number of applicants, and how you can use Enigma's candidate search system to analyze the interview results and quickly identify the candidates you want to progress to the next stage or your recruitment process. Assume you posted your job on Enigma a few days ago, describing the job and the type of candidate you want to find. And advertise the job in your normal way, including a link in the ad which the applicant can click and be taken straight to the interview. Here you can put a description of your company, even a short video, and a description of the job you are offering, and a day or two later, you can see what you've got. You do this by logging into Enigma's client dashboard, which shows the number of people who've attempted your interview, and the number who've completed it. Clicking the View button will display them, and you can drill down by clicking on the Filter By button, which brings up Enigma's extensive candidate search system. For example, if you only want to consider those people who have completed your interview, click the Completed button, and Enigma will only display cards for those applicants. You can do the same with unqualified applicants, namely those who don't possess your minimum requirements. You simply check the Job Requirements checkbox, and Enigma will remove them from your current list. You can do the same thing with gender, age range, and aggregate score. What you've done so far is tantamount to your first scan of the applicant CVs. This is a tedious job when it's done manually, particularly if you have a lot to go through, and involves going through each document, checking to see if it has the experience, qualifications and education level that you need. This takes time, and some of the better applicant tracking systems in use today have parsers. These use keyword searching, and can do a lot of this work. However, parsers cannot go beyond the initial selection, which is only the first part of your recruitment process. In the second part, you need to find out what your applicants know, what they do well, and what sort of people they are. You will also want to know what motivates them and how they're likely fit into your organization. This is going to require several interviews, some of which can be done on the phone, particularly the early technical interviews, and Enigma, when set up correctly, can do this for you. Furthermore, she will do it quickly. So let's see how you can set up an Enigma interview. Enigma interviews are broken down into 4 parts. The first is the Job Requirements section. Here you ask the questions that the candidate must answer correctly to qualify. For example, suppose you only want to see candidates who have a 2.1 degree from one of only 5 universities. You simply list all the universities, score the 5 you are interested in, and ask the candidate to select one. You can ask as many questions as you wish in this section, and Enigma gives you a wide variety of ways to ask them. The second type of question are the ones that establish how much your candidate knows. You create sections each containing individually scored questions covering a topic. Each topic equates to a bar on the candidate's bar chart, the length of the bar being the total score the candidate achieves in the topic. So you can quickly see how much the candidate knows, and compare it against other candidates or against the average, or the top scorer in your current list. The third part of an Enigma interview measures your candidate's soft skills. These are the things people can do which don't directly relate to work, but are a very important part of the recruitment process. Enigma talks to your candidates, asks questions and listens to their answers. Using the Enigma comparative search tools, you can spot those who have the soft skills you need for the role you are looking to fill. Enigma measures 6 different soft skills. The first is cognitive thought, which is the ability to think logically. To do this, Enigma measures a candidate's attention span, his or her memory, reasoning power and how easily they can learn new skills. I also measure your candidate's degree of empathy. This can be very important in many jobs because it's the ability to step into someone else's shoes, understand their needs, and be aware of their feelings. Numerical ability is another important soft skill in many jobs. Enigma finds out how well a candidate can perceive, process, and calculate numbers and numerical symbols. Enigma also measures your candidate's ability in spatial reasoning. This is the ability of a person to think spatially, and mentally manipulate images. In English comprehension, Enigma measures how quickly your candidate can read, understand, and remember the salient points of a topic expressed in English text. If, for example, you want a person who can extract information from documents, understand, and remember what he or she has read, then you may look for candidates who have done well in English comprehension. Finally, in the Enigma English test, she measures your candidate's ability to read and spell English, and to compose an easily understood English sentence. Enigma uses the Flesch-Kincaid Readability Index. This was developed by J. Flesch and Peter Kincaid in 1975 for the U.S. Navy. It has since become an internationally recognized index for measuring readability. Enigma grades your candidate's ability on a scale where the mean is the level used by the USAF to write instruction manuals. You can compare your candidates in all 6 soft skill areas. Enigma displays these as separate bars on the bar charts. The fourth and final area of questions in an Enigma interview are the psychometric ones. In the last few years, we've seen psychometric testing being used more and more by employers to make better hiring decisions. Enigma does a psychometric analysis on every candidate, measuring their degree of empathy, neurosy, agreeableness, openness, conscientiousness, and curiosity. She measures how candidates differ in their motivations, their values, their priorities, and their opinions with regard to different tasks and situations. Psychometric tests can also give an indication of the working style favored by candidates, and can give an insight into each candidate's motivation and personality, and how they will interact with both the environment and their fellow workers. Enigma displays each psychometric trait as bars on the bar chart so you can compare one candidate with another. You can also, for a small charge, download a detailed psychometric report on each candidate. Today it's accepted that by understanding these things, employers can make better hiring decisions, and more psychometric testing has become a part of the hiring process. Your current list of candidates are displayed on the dashboard as cards, showing their name, age and gender, together with their photo. These represent your short list, and they are arranged with the highest scorers at the top. The scores are weighted by the selections you made when you posted the job, and you can adjust them by moving the sliders in the filter box. It should be noted that the sliders don't alter the scores, only the weighting, and therefore the order of the list, so you can return the list to the initial position simply by moving the sliders back. Performance in each of the areas you defined when you set up the interview. These areas also include Enigma's measure of the candidate's soft skills, and a psychometric analysis. Clicking on the Details button will open the candidate's details screen, and you will be able to compare each candidate with the others in your current list, either individually or against the average or the top scorer. This'll help you make your selection. The Compare Applicants button lists the areas that you created when you set up the interview. Enigma shows each of these separately as bars on the bar chart, so you can compare the ability of each candidate against the others in your short list. And you can also do this with the soft skills and psychometric traits. Enigma's favorite system is also very useful. You can favorite any candidate by clicking on their favorite button. This'll mark them with a red star, and you can filter your list to show only favorites, and later change your mind by clicking again on the star, which will unfavorite them. You can share your current list with your colleagues, and when you have the list down to a manageable number, you can click on the Compare Videos button, then watch each candidate answering the video questions that you asked when you set up the interview, and compare their answers with those of the other candidates in your short list. Enigma makes it easy for you to make your initial selection. However, in the end, a robot cannot replace the face-to-face interview entirely. But the traditional interview process can be fairly subjective, and although human interviewers can assess skills and experience fairly well, much is left to gut instinct regarding aligned values. Removing these factors from the initial selection will give you a number of significant advantages.